Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, March 16th. Skipped yesterday. I just kind of hung out around the condo and edited or whatever after work since I'd already done movie day on Monday. So, things were simple. Today, I got off work and first things first is I am getting ready to head up to Cecil Whitaker's to meet John for our Bible study. We do that monthly. We're going over John 5 and 6. So I'm going to start out my evening, afternoon, whatever you want to call it, by heading out to do that. And generally, whenever we do the Bible studies, I just come with a note card full of notes on the chapters that we're going over. And John has his own notes, and we'll sit, we'll talk, catch up on what's been going on since we've chatted last, and discuss what came to our minds as we read through the chapters. So that's what we'll do. And it is absurdly nice out, especially considering less than a week ago there was snow on the ground. And today I'm out in shorts and a t-shirt because it's mid-70s, because Missouri weather be like that, yo. But yeah, just going to Cecil Whitaker's. And that was fun. It's whatever. It's 6:40, so we're in there for an hour and 40 minutes. And now I rush home because around 7 is the midpoint on the Anvil stream, and they're just doing they're going over some of the new sets that they're making. It's not like they're teasing new pieces for an upcoming Kickstarter. That'll be a couple weeks from now. But still, like to catch what I can. If I can get there by the time they do the giveaway, I at least got a chance, so wish me luck. And I did not win, but I had fun. They talked about some of the new configurations they're doing, which actually turned out to be pretty cool, because they are finally putting in the work to bring back some of the older sculpts that just haven't been available for ages. They can't restock all of their sets because they have to restock them in large number, and if they don't think they will quickly sell that many, then it's just money sitting around in pieces that are just sitting in a warehouse, and they're having to pay to store them until they sell. So there's, they can't, but it sounds like they're taking, they've gotten most of the bread and butter, the walls, the floors, the main pieces, into new sets over the last year. Now it sounds like they're finally bringing back some of the cool stuff that makes it fun. The traps, like the bug pit, is one that I was like, are you gonna bring it back? Because it's been unavailable for ages. Fancy things, magnetic accessories, LED pieces. So it sounds like they're finally gonna be making sets that allow, if you haven't been trying to get pieces of Dwarven Forge, it won't make much sense to you, but things like the net and the boulder that have been unavailable for so long, they're going to make available in some new sets. And so that's fun. That is cool. That means that I need to have money to give them when they have it. It'll probably be end of this year, sometime early next year before it's available, so I got some time. But lots of pieces that just haven't been available either for a long time, or some of them since I started collecting Dwarven Forge are finally going to be available, and that's exciting. Otherwise, just ended, it's just after 8. And usually I'd be like, oh well, I got to start thinking about finishing things up, going to bed. But the next couple of days, helping out training at work, which means I got a weird schedule. So instead of starting work at 7:15 tomorrow, I don't actually start work until 10. Which also means I work later. But yeah, so I'm like, oh, I got some time, because I don't got to rush to bed quite at the same time I usually do. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. Probably lays around, be unproductive, not do much of nothing. But, you know, that's just me personally and the way that I like to spend my weeks. And so I've been spending some time this evening looking at 3D printing terrain. Since talking with my brother over the weekend, that's now possibly something I can get and work with him to get made real. And my attention has definitely been drawn to the Infinite Dimension Games Last Hearth Inn, which is enormous and detailed and complex, and I guess to some extent just something that is clearly beyond what could ever be done with the modularity that is Dwarven Forge. I love Dwarven Forge, but one of the things about them is they are modular, which means that they're, you know, you sacrifice some level of intense detail in order to be able to use this stuff for more different things. Now this is somewhat modular. I could probably make a total of like 6 different combined buildings out of these 3 buildings, because they have little points to join together. But that's still a lot less modularity than Dwarven Forge. But it's an expensive bundle of STL files, so I'll think about it. Probably show it to my brother, have him give his opinion, kind of thing. But I am thinking towards the idea of I might start trying to get a little 3D printed terrain as well. Particularly if the next city's Kickstarter is moving towards surface layer terrain instead of inline, which is to say the street layer goes beneath the buildings instead of in line with the buildings, in which case 3D terrain that just goes on top of whatever the surface layer is will work just fine with, like, alongside Dwarven Forge. So, just adding variety. Now, it is just past my normal bedtime, and while, yeah, I could probably stay up for another hour, 2, and still have just as much time in the morning to get ready for work. One thing I did forget about is I get tired. And my brain's like, dude, why are you up? Go to bed. And I'm like, oh yeah. Sure, okay. So, oh well, I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you for joining me, and joining me as my journey continues.